kind of in this tree right in here. Let's see if we can see it, kind of black with big white patches on it. Yeah. Hopefully you guys can see it in the video. I wonder what kind of bird that is. Oh, so see that trail?
Oh, there's another bird up there.
No, there's beaver or something. No. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our next contract here. We are in Washington State, which I think I said in the last video we were going to be, we thought we were heading to Washington State, and here we are in Washington State. Which part of Washington State? Any guesses just from looking? Because this isn't what I was thinking of when I heard Washington State. We're kind of in a desert-y area here in Yakima, Washington. So this is our first time out. We've just been here just over a week, settling in, getting our bearings and all that. We decided, hey, we've got 60-degree weather. It's nice and sunny, very little cloud coverage on a weekday here. So we figure, let's go ahead and get a hike. This hike is literally a 7-minute drive to the trailhead from our apartment. So it's awesome. There's some hiking right in these mountains right here in town. So it is April 3rd, 2025. We're here in, like I said, Yakima, Washington, and here we are at the East Canyon parking lot for the Cowiche. I think this is Cowiche. I'm not from here, so it's my best guess that it's Cowiche Canyon. That's what I'm gonna be calling it. You let me know if I'm right or if I'm wrong in the comments below. And we're gonna do the Cowiche Canyon Trail. So we're on this side of it, and we're gonna follow that brown line all the way across. It says it's what? 2.9. I don't know if it's, I think it might be 2.9 all the way to one end and all the way back. We'll see how far we get, because we don't necessarily need to get to the end. But we do want to get in, and we're gonna be here in this canyon, see some awesome canyon. I mean, we're already getting some of that here, and on the drive in you saw some of that. So let's go ahead and start the hike. We're all geared up, we're in our backpacks. Oh yeah, guys, start my hike here on my watch. So let's go ahead. We're gonna head in here, get this hike started. So like I said, we just got here maybe about 10 days ago. We really didn't know anything before we got here about the area, other than we found out that it was kind of deserty and not like the other side of Washington. And that's really, I mean, oh, what else? It's the population of Yakima is about 50% Hispanic and 50% white, give or take. So they said there is a lot of Spanish speaking here, which we have noticed. Kind of a different thing than we were anticipating, which is cool. That's really cool. That's why we come to cool places like this and experience things that we don't know about. So I like these trees here, yeah, right on this ledge. Some of them, like these ones, I don't know if that's a different tree. They got their leaves, but these ones don't have their leaves yet. But they look kind of cool. So the other thing that we have learned since getting here about Yakima is it is also known for its wineries. So while we've been driving around, and then we came into town from Idaho, noticed a lot of farms here with vineyards, you know, growing grapes and all that. And then we had heard that before we came in, but we did not know that there's a lot of apples here too. So we noticed a lot of trucks coming through with big apple crates, and the apples here are pretty cheap. So we'll be doing some apple eating over the next few months while we are here. So like I said, we're here at the beginning of April. We'll be here through, somebody got your hair? We'll be here through the middle of June. So we're gonna try to get in lots of hikes and probably get a few trips in, a couple of small trips, I'm sure. Mount Rainier is only just over an hour away, so we plan on hitting up Mount Rainier. But beginning of April, from what I've told, there's still a lot of snow, so a lot of the roads up close are kind of closed. So we're gonna try to wait a little bit longer, maybe to the beginning of May, and see. It doesn't sound like they can really guarantee you getting in until beginning of June, end of May. So what do you suppose though this is? And what the heck are they growing here? I think you'd think it might be grapes or whatever, but it seems really tall. Let me know if you know what that is. My thought on that is I've seen something similar in Germany. It was hops. They were growing hops for beer. So I wonder if that's just a little hop farm there. Anyway, so we plan on doing Mount Rainier National Park, and we'd like to do Olympic and Cascades while we're in the area. But again, both of those, or at least Cascades, also has areas that are closed down until it warms up, which is kind of end of May, early June. Just kind of gets to the end of when we're going to be here. So our window to visit them is going to be tight. We'll do some research and see what we can do. So far, beautiful hike here in the canyon. So let's get a little bit further in, and I'll catch up with you with some amazing views, I'm sure. First little stop here, I noticed all these wood chippings here, and then I look down here and it looks like beaver, very active beaver here, taking down that tree. It looks like he's got a path here. Yeah, it looks like he's going right through there, down into the creek there. Cool. So we've been hiking only about 5 minutes. That's why I don't have any awesome clips here in between the last one. Yeah, more trails here from the beavers. Yeah, beavers are just down in here doing all sorts of work. Busy, busy, busy. So they call them busy beavers, right? So just a quick little update. We're still getting these nice cool canyon walls through the trees here, and this has kind of gotten to more like a steep hillside here. So just to orient yourself into town, the city of Yakima is just on the other side of that hill, and then we've got this valley here, and then there's another set of hills, and then up north I think is Selah is the town up that way, something like that, I think. Again, we've only been here a week, so we're still learning. So just following along this creek here. Yeah, more beaver, man.
Drag marks.
Yeah, all through here. I can see some sticks through here too that they've been. I wonder if there's gonna be a dam somewhere, or if this might be part of it and they've just keep opening it up. I don't know. I wasn't thinking that there's going to be a lot of beaver here, but I guess we're in Washington, not too far from Canada. They got beaver, I guess. Didn't think about that. Yeah, more beaver trails, more beaver trails. Oh man, you gotta watch out. I could get attacked by a beaver walking through here. Okay, ooh, that's a cool looking bird. Did you see the wings on that one?
Black and white, yeah.
kind of in this tree right up here. Let's see if we can see it, kind of black with big white patches on it. Yeah. Hopefully you guys can see it in the video. I wonder what kind of bird that is. Oh, see that trail?
Oh, there's another bird up there.
No, there's beaver or something. No.
Oh yeah,
What
it's
is
beaver.
it? No, it's not a beaver. It's got a
Are you sure?
fluffy tail.
Oh, there's another one right
Yeah.
there.
So there's a bigger rock. I think
He's
right
running
here.
up the hill.
There's one, I think. Yeah.
He's running up the
It's
hill.
not a beaver, and it's not.
You sure it's not a beaver?
I wonder if it's like a marmot or something. Because I've seen beavers. They've got a big flat leathery tail. This has got a fluffy tail. So there's one. There's a big rock somewhere here. There's one, and then there's one a little further up. Trying to climb the rocks. I wonder. Because remember when we were in Europe, we saw what they called them marmots or something like that.
Yeah.
So this is either a marmot or it's a groundhog. I don't know. So, kind of a weird spot for a groundhog as far as I know, with all the rocks, and maybe it's like a marmot. I don't know. We'll have to look it up. We're not familiar with stuff in this area, so you guys are going to have to help us out. If you know what those might have been, let us know in the comments below. Well, we were looking for a different experience in a place we've never been before, and we are definitely feeling it. It's definitely, this isn't Vermont. Vermont wasn't that much different than what we were used to. This is a completely different type of country than we've ever been, or lived at least. And these rocks are so cool. Very cool. We did a few runs so far this week too, and we really enjoy having the mountains all along our view all the way through our runs. No beaver sign here, but so very cool place to be for us. Somebody's bored with my speaking, so let's go ahead and jump ahead. Oh, there we go. Marmot, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What to look for, marmot. That's what we saw. Yellow-bellied marmot hibernating during the cold months. Starting in the spring, listen for their shrill shouts and chatter above. Yep. Beavers, we saw them.
Well, we saw presence of them.
Yes.
We haven't seen them.
So, okay, where is that? It says it's got these things numbered, but it doesn't say where they are. Oh, wait, here. South Canyon Wall. Do you see that? South Canyon Wall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're here though. We've done the switch.
Okay, so we've done that much so far, and we've been going about 15 minutes. So, half hour-ish.
Definitely not gonna do the whole thing today.
No, we'll get in pretty far though. Okay, now we're gonna zip ahead for something cool and different. Getting some really cool canyon walls here. So I figured I'd jump back in so you could see them as we're cutting through the canyon here. Getting these awesome views. So cool. So we are about 1.75 miles in, and it's been basically, you know, like this, pretty wide and well maintained. There was one spot where it was a little rockier and got a little narrow. We were actually kind of thinking maybe it would be a good spot to go on some runs because it's really hilly in town, and as runners we don't like hills. So I was like, oh, maybe we could come in here and do some runs because it's been pretty flat. I'd say about as flat as a trail gets, and awesome views, nice and clear. Had the whole place to ourselves. As best I know, there was nobody at our parking lot, but there is on the other end, there's another parking lot. So this goes all the way through to a different parking lot, and you could go one way or the other, or somebody go pick you up at the other side, whatever. But so far, pretty epic hike for being just 7 minutes from our doorstep. Lots of marmots. We've probably seen a dozen marmots at this point. I don't know that, other than that one time we were in Europe, in Switzerland, we saw one once. I don't know that we've seen that many any marmots the rest of our lives, and now I'm kind of tired of seeing them. So maybe that's part of our life here in central Washington. Marmots everywhere. Okay, getting to some more cool views here. Every little bend kind of opens up to another cool canyon view here in the Cowiche Canyon Trail. So let's go ahead, get a little bit further in, see if we see anything else cool. Okay, so we just turned around here. We're walking back through this cool little canyon. We hiked 2 miles in, so it'll be 2 miles back, 4 mile total. It's like 2.5K or something like that. Future Pal will translate everything for the Europeans for us. So it was a really good hike. It's super flat, really accessible to anybody except, I would say, wheelchairs, no, but strollers. If you've got a heavy duty stroller that can do rocks, you could probably get in here just fine. We may try that at some point with our running stroller. I don't know, it's possible. But other than that, there's no stairs, there's really no hills. It's just good views everywhere we go. Pretty awesome hike that's only 7 minutes from our doorstep. So I think we will be back here once or twice at least over the next few months that we're here. So I hope you liked the video. If you did, hit the like button now. Comment if you have any comments, questions, any information that we may have missed, you know, anything about the Yakima area that we need to do, put it in the comments below. So we're going to be here for a bit, even if you're watching this in the future and we've already left, that's fine. We always come back to areas like this. I know Washington we will be back to, because we know we have lots of stuff on the other side of the mountains, on the SeaTac side, that we'd like to see in the future. So any cool Washington spots, put those in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. We're going to be here doing all sorts of stuff in the central Washington area. Got lots of great ideas. So anytime we got a day off or so, we're going to go hit something up different out here to show you. Man, look at those rocks. Very cool. I'm sure the people from here that are watching this are like, what is he talking about? But for somebody from the Midwest and somebody from the Northeast, very different terrain for us. Super exciting to watch. So until then, we will see you in the next one.